So welcome to a bit of a filler episode of Wagon Diaries. I know I've not kept up with my schedule of posting a video every other Friday or once a month, whatever I've agreed to now. But with Christmas and that out of the way now, hopefully we'll start progressing on the wagon again. Some plans have changed since the last video, mainly to do with Time Attack. Time Attack a couple of weeks ago announced that they was going into sponsorship with Pirelli, however you want to pronounce it, which means there is now a new control tyre, Trofeo R of some description or name. And what this means is before the regulations allowed you to use any regulation 1A or 1B tyre, so like your R888s or your AO48Rs or your Paradas. And because it's such a popular and cheap tyre anyway, you can pick up second-hand ones that have been used in race series for pretty cheap, almost down to about £100 a set for 4. And when you consider Time Attack, it's like 15-minute sessions. You get plenty of use out of 100 quid of a tyre for a meeting. But these new tyres are brought out, quite new in the market. So at the minute, there's no second-hand market for these tyres. Like I said, they're still pretty new. But on top of that, they don't do a size that I want to use on the wagon. I think the smallest they did was a 215 55 15, which at the minute I've got 195 50 15s on there, and I was going to stretch to a 205, but I'm sure it's a 215 55 would probably mean for me a new set of wheels with less offset but wider, which I can't really afford new wheels. And on top of that, the cost of the tyre, I think retail they're 150 quid plus VAT tyre, which was £180 basically, or about $210, $220 per tyre. So that's near enough 800 quid, 700 quid on tyres, whereas before they would cost me 100 rather than 700. So I can't really afford to run these new tyres. And again, like I just said, they don't do a size which I can use comfortably on the current wheel setup, which means probably have to spend another 500 quid on a new set of wheels, and that's 200 quid, which could have been spent elsewhere, probably putting the cage in here or finishing off the aero or clutch turbo. So with that tyre announcement, it's really knocked back on the motivation. So I thought, I can't afford these tyres, and even if I did, I probably couldn't afford the entry fees then. I mean, the price of them tyres is about I think it works out about three round entry, and there's only 5 rounds, so you're spending 3 rounds entry on the tyres which potentially only going to last 1 or 2 rounds. So that's knocked the motivation down completely. So the new goal is going to be April 30th 2016, which is to get this running out of this garage under its own steam and power, hopefully mapped, taxed and tested. For all non-UK followers, taxed and tested is a test we have to take to make sure the vehicle is roadworthy, and of course vehicle tax, because the government doesn't fuck us enough already. So yeah, enough with that. I've not really done much on the wagon since last video. I think last video we started off with the fuel lines are pretty much in the same place they were before. I believe some special AN fittings which have already arrived since then. Brake lines as well on the front, they're new. Got some new fancy brake lines. All Dash 3 PTFE fittings. Really expensive bolts to fit these. But yeah, that's going to be the brake line setup from the Master Cylinder's firewall, and that's going to be the only 2 brake lines in the engine bay. So that's going to free up lots of room. And I think since the last video I got hold of some of these HKS clear timing belt covers. They've appeared to have flooded the market in last month or so. So I see the opportunity and got a couple, like so, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth because for the price I paid for this one, I could have bought 3 of those. Because at the time I thought they were rare, hard to get hold of, and of course as soon as this landed on my doorstep, a week later, these flooded the market. And it looks a hell of a lot better, clean, tidy, smooth. So yeah, that's about it for the wagon updates. Treated myself to some new tools. New airline, as the old one was leaking, new welder, some gas, got a drill press, a grinder which I inherited from my grandfather, passed away. That's about it. You know, I didn't really want to put a video up until I'd made some decent progress, but I just wanted to make sure that you people out there knew that I'd just not gone cold or dropped dead. Shouldn't really say that. But it's just money, time, motivation at the minute. So yeah, goal April 30th is CRX UK's annual Santa pod meet. Santa pod's like the big drag strip in the UK for all the non-UK people who watch this. Yeah, that's the goal, to get this running there. Probably not necessarily running down the strip, that probably will be pushing it. But at least to get there and just drive and enjoy the car. So yeah, now I've got that little tool there for the people who don't know what it is. I'm not going to tell you. But it's going to allow me to do a lot of fabrication with alloy by myself on that bench without having to outsource it. So hopefully we'll be able to modify this intercooler to the way I need it to. And eventually I plan to totally redesign the charge cooling plenum on a supercharger. So if anyone out there's got a Jackson Racing supercharger, D16 one, who's interested in a bit of a part exchange with that charge cooling plenum for a standard one, because I think it would be better to use a standard one and at least give someone the opportunity to use that one. If you don't know what it does, watch some other episodes. I'm not going to explain it again. So yeah, that's it for this filler episode. I'm not really going to give this episode an episode number because there's been no real progress. But that takes me on to the next thing as well. Is a thing I find time consuming as well. Is filming the stuff that I'm doing. I know some people like it, but it is time consuming. You know, there's a bit of setup involved of, you know, positioning the camera, getting some light on there, doing a bit of grinding, getting a shot, rinse and repeat, and that takes up a lot of time. So I'm hoping to do some more stuff like that, but it's more likely going to be like a bit like a catch-up episode from now on. So I'll probably work on it for a month, do like a 10-minute video like I'm doing now of the progress of what I've done in that previous month, and give you a nice slipstream video to watch. But if and where I can and I do fancy it, I'm going to do some, obviously, film some shots. So yeah, another thing as well for all the Forgy UK followers out there, this is the official Forgy UK hoodie. So we've got a nice Forgy UK stitched logo on there, which is embroidered, and on the back, put this like that, it's got the Forgy UK outline logo on the back. So you've got the hatch, the CRX, the sedan, shuttle, or whatever order it is. This being a test hoodie, it's pressed onto the hoodie. But the one that you guys will be paying for will be a screened hoodie. So whereas this one, obviously it's a bit of vinyl that's been heat pressed onto the hoodie. It's a good finish, but it's not drawable. But like I said, the ones that are in the group buy will be screened. So what that basically is, they're they're sort of like impregnating paint almost into the fabric, so you get a prolonged, it lasts years, unless your missus puts it through the tumble dryer and it starts to crack, at which point I won't even give you, you know what I mean. So if you're interested in buying a hoodie, I'll post a link in the description. The 35 quid, I know it's a bit dear, but it's a really good quality hoodie. I've been wearing this to work for the last couple of days. It's been amazing. It's nice and thick, it's comfy, it's got a massive hood. I know people like big hoods. Good quality zip, it doesn't snag, and I believe the material's made by Cotton Ridge, which isn't, it's not cheap shit. So if you're interested in a hoodie, it's 35 quid at the minute, but I'm in negotiations to try and get another 30 quid. So buy a hoodie. And that's it. We'll see you again hopefully in roughly 4 weeks' time. Today is Wednesday the 20th of January. So just to give you an idea of time scale, where we're at now. And when the next episode's going to come out. So I'm going to aim to do mid-February with an update. Hopefully something's happened. Peace.
This is a Chicken Meat